In 2025, timeless glamour is no longer just for silver screen icons, it's for your sanctuary. The Hollywood Regency style, a throwback to the glitz of mid-century Tinseltown, is re-emerging with fresh updates. Picture a space where plush velvet beds meet polished metals, and bold geometry shares the stage with soft, sensual lighting. This style is all about confidence and drama, but in a refined, modern language. Gone are the over-the-top golds and overpowering patterns. Instead, think layered textures, muted jewel tones, and just the right touch of sparkle. Hollywood Regency Reimagined is perfect for those who want a touch of glam without the excess. It transforms your bedroom into a personalized film set, sophisticated, stylish, and undeniably luxurious. Every item has a statement to make, but nothing shouts. It's bold but composed. This style speaks to the dreamer and the designer in you. If you're craving a retreat that feels both classic and fashion-forward, this is your moment. Welcome to the reinvention of glamour tailored for the modern homeowner. The 2025 evolution of Hollywood Regency pairs vintage influence with updated sophistication. Imagine walking into a master bedroom where the centerpiece is a regal, tufted velvet headboard in deep sapphire or emerald, flanked by glossy, mirrored nightstands. Overhead, a cascading crystal chandelier glows warmly over sleek ivory walls and metallic trim. Every surface catches the light just enough, no glare, no clutter, just shine. This style thrives on visual contrast and balance. It loves symmetry, twin lamps, matching dressers, and framed art arranged with purpose. The palette is refined, usually grounded in neutrals like ivory, champagne, and charcoal, then accented with lush, luxurious tones like navy, plum, or gold. Materials play a huge role. Glass, metal, and velvet create depth without busyness. Lighting is key. Think dimmable sconces for mood, statement chandeliers for drama, and soft ambient light to keep the space cozy. The flooring often features polished wood or marble, layered with a high-pile rug for softness. With this design, your bedroom becomes a curated gallery of textures and elegance, a space where every detail has a role and every corner glows. The benefits of embracing the reimagined Hollywood Regency style go beyond aesthetics. First, this look is deeply timeless. It fuses the enduring beauty of vintage glamour with just enough modern restraint to remain fresh year after year. You're not just decorating, you're curating a space that reflects both confidence and comfort. Second, this design is energizing yet soothing. The interplay of light, symmetry, and luxe textures creates a sensory experience that feels both powerful and peaceful. It's the perfect vibe for a room where you begin and end each day. Velvet cushions, reflective surfaces, and ambient lighting all contribute to an atmosphere of relaxation and romance. Third, it's personal and adaptable. Whether your space is large or compact, this look scales beautifully. A few key items: a standout headboard, a well-placed mirror, or a pair of dramatic sconces can completely transform the space without overwhelming it. Finally, it's a style that makes a statement about who you are. Embracing this aesthetic shows you value sophistication, detail, and a bit of drama in the best way. This isn't just about looking luxurious. It's about feeling it, living it, and loving it. The industrial aesthetic has long been synonymous with raw, rugged masculinity, but in 2025, it's undergone a remarkable transformation. Enter the soft industrial master bedroom, a harmonious blend of urban grit and organic elegance. This design trend is for the modern homeowner who wants depth and edge, but without the harshness. The new industrial no longer feels cold. Instead, it wraps you in warmth. Think aged steel paired with soft linen, exposed brick with moody olive paint, and reclaimed wood softened by thick wool throws and oversized rugs. It's urban meets comfort, and it's changing how we think about luxury. This look is perfect for city dwellers, loft lovers, or anyone drawn to a more grounded, elemental space. It reflects a lifestyle that's both intentional and stylish, a space that honors the imperfect beauty of worn textures, the subtle art of contrast, and the timeless charm of honest materials. If the old industrial look was about power, the new version is about balance. It's raw and refined, bold but breathable. In a world that feels increasingly artificial, soft industrial is a reminder that beauty lies in imperfection and in how we bring pieces together. Soft industrial takes the bold character of classic industrial design and softens its edges literally and figuratively. In 2025, industrial elements aren't just for lofts or bachelor pads. Now, they're reinterpreted with finesse, warmth, and comfort in mind. The foundational materials, exposed concrete, weathered wood, blackened steel, are still present, but they're rebalanced with layered textures and a more curated, grounded palette. Picture a concrete wall paired with earth-toned linen curtains. A matte black bed frame softened with slate gray velvet cushions. Natural walnut cabinetry beside a brushed metal floor lamp with a warm amber glow. Lighting plays a critical role. Where once we had harsh bulbs and fluorescent cool tones, soft industrial uses diffused, ambient sources, Edison bulbs in smoked glass sconces, pendant lights with warm brass finishes, even LED strips behind headboards to add subtle glow. This style thrives on contrast: hard and soft, matte and glossy, dark and light. Rich textures like boucle, jute, and suede are paired with reclaimed metal to create visual rhythm. The result? A bedroom that feels both urban and enveloping, gritty and gracious. It's a reminder that luxury doesn't need to be flashy. Sometimes, it's as simple as blending raw authenticity with intentional softness and letting those materials speak. Soft industrial isn't just a design trend, it's a lifestyle expression that brings emotional comfort into a structured, grounded space. The first major benefit is its versatility. It works in city lofts, townhomes, and even suburban spaces craving a little character. You don't need exposed brick to make this style shine, just the right mix of textures and mood. Second, it balances masculinity and warmth. Where older industrial spaces might feel cold or mechanical, this version introduces materials that feel lived in and touchable. Wool rugs, soft drapes, and cozy throws all help you emotionally engage with the space. It invites you to relax, to reflect, and to recharge. Third, this design encourages authenticity. It embraces imperfections like wood knots or oxidized metal as features, not flaws. That gives your bedroom a unique, storied feel, which makes the space truly yours. It's less about polish and more about presence. Lastly, soft industrial design is inherently low maintenance. The materials age gracefully, often looking better with time. You're not chasing trends here, you're grounding yourself in something timeless, tactile, and emotionally resonant. This style is a quiet kind of luxury. It doesn't need to announce itself. It just lives, breathes, and makes you feel at home. 2025 is calling on timeless charm from the City of Light, and it's bringing it straight into the master bedroom. Say bonjour to Parisian Deco, a design style that captures the rich detail of traditional European interiors while adding a contemporary, breathable elegance. At its heart, Parisian Deco is about contradiction: formal yet easy, old yet fresh, refined yet lived in. It's about strolling past gilded moldings, then slipping into a cafe with raw plaster walls. In bedroom design, that duality shows up in ornate cornices paired with sleek furnishings, herringbone floors beneath floating beds, and tall French windows framing minimalist silhouettes. This style is ideal for those who crave a certain effortless sophistication. It's highbrow, but it doesn't brag. Romantic, but not saccharine. It's Audrey Hepburn in interior form, timeless, graceful, and always relevant. Whether you live in a turn-of-the-century brownstone or a modern condo, you can channel Parisian elegance. With the right balance of old and new, tradition and innovation, you'll create a space that feels like a private apartment overlooking the Seine without ever leaving your neighborhood. Parisian Deco draws its strength from elegance rooted in history, but it feels remarkably fresh in 2025. The architecture carries the soul of a 19th-century apartment: tall ceilings with intricate crown moldings, paneled walls in muted tones, and oversized windows draped in flowing linen curtains. But where traditional would typically lean ornate, Parisian Deco introduces restraint and polish. Modern furniture anchors the space with clean lines and low profiles. A curvy ivory sofa sits beneath a vintage ceiling medallion. A floating oak nightstand rests against a paneled dove gray wall. Soft brass lighting replaces heavy chandeliers, while delicate accents like a glass carafe on a marble-topped dresser add understated sophistication. Color is minimal but purposeful: creams, soft grays, warm whites, and the occasional blush or antique gold. Texture does the heavy lifting: parquet floors, velvet throws, silk curtains. Each layer adds depth without shouting for attention. There's a sense of order, grace, and calm. Every piece is intentional. There's no clutter here, just beauty, air, and history reimagined. In 2025, Parisian Deco proves that you can have old-world charm and modern sensibility in perfect harmony. What makes Parisian Deco such a valuable approach to master bedroom design in 2025? For starters, it's timeless by design. This look resists fads and fast furniture trends because it's rooted in centuries of elegance. Investing in this style means investing in something that will always feel refined. Second, it introduces visual calm. The clean color palette and airy design help reduce mental clutter and promote relaxation. It's not just a beautiful bedroom, it's a soothing environment designed for rest and clarity. Third, Parisian Deco is elegantly flexible. Whether your bedroom is in a pre-war building or a new high-rise, this look adapts. Add a touch of molding or a vintage light fixture, and you're already halfway there. It can be scaled up with chandeliers and marble, or scaled down with soft textiles and smart furnishings. Finally, it fosters a sense of sophistication and identity. There's pride in this space. It feels cultivated, intentional, and full of character without needing to shout. That balance between restraint and richness makes it not just a beautiful design, but a deeply livable one. In 2025, luxury is no longer defined by opulence, it's measured by comfort, form, and emotional calm. Enter warm contour, a bedroom trend that favors curves over corners and cocoa tones over sterile whites. This style is sensual without being flashy, serene without being sleepy. Imagine a room where everything flows. Headboards are rounded, corners are softened, and alcoves cradle ambient lighting. Instead of harsh lines and visual noise, you get a soothing landscape of organic forms and warm neutrals. It's the architectural equivalent of a deep exhale. This look is gaining popularity among homeowners who want to feel emotionally held by their environment. It's not just cozy, it's composed. It doesn't sacrifice style for softness, it fuses both into a single, seamless experience. If you want a bedroom that whispers rather than shouts, that wraps you in calm rather than stimulation, this is your style. It feels personal, intuitive, and refreshingly human. Warm contour is about more than design, it's about flow. In 2025, this bedroom trend leans heavily into organic curves, grounded color palettes, and tactile comfort. The architecture favors arched alcoves, wall niches, and custom paneling with soft edges. Everything is rounded, layered, and warm. Color is where the magic happens. Cocoa brown, soft clay, burnt caramel, sand, and creamy beige form the foundation. These hues feel nurturing and timeless. Materials reflect that same thoughtfulness. Boucle chairs, suede benches, matte stone, and brushed wood finishes help to create visual softness and tactile depth. The furniture is low and sculptural. Think a gently curved headboard, a floating console with rounded edges, and a plush circular rug grounding the room. Lighting is diffused and indirect, often hidden within architectural curves or behind sheer textiles. The overall experience is immersive, like stepping into a warm, comforting dream. This style doesn't rely on trends. It relies on feeling. And every choice, from the wall color to the curvature of a lampshade, is designed to foster comfort, stillness, and harmony. warm contour isn't just stunning, it's also deeply restorative. The first benefit is its focus on emotional comfort. The curving forms and earthy tones help calm the nervous system and reduce stress, making this the ideal space for rest and recharge. Second, the style is future-proof. These materials and shapes don't date easily. Rounded lines are timeless. Earth tones have been beloved for centuries, and in 2025, they continue to ground us in nature, warmth, and familiarity. Third, warm contour is remarkably space-adaptable. It works equally well in large rooms or compact bedrooms. In fact, its organic shapes can soften the boxiness of tight layouts, making the room feel larger and more fluid. And finally, it brings a human touch back to modern design. In a world full of rectangles and rectangles, it dares to curve. It dares to feel. It brings your space closer to nature, not through plants or patterns, but through the way the space moves, feels, and holds you. In 2025, color takes a backseat, but not in the way you'd expect. Monochrome Luxe is the rising trend that proves you only need one color to create an atmosphere of ultimate sophistication. This isn't about minimalism, it's about intentional richness. Deep navy, stormy gray, bone white, or even warm taupe, when applied with strategy and texture, a single color can do the work of 10. This design approach is a direct reaction to overstimulation. We're bombarded by visual noise all day, so our bedrooms, our sanctuaries, are evolving into spaces of visual rest. Monochrome Luxe takes that rest and elevates it to a kind of quiet opulence. Every element, walls, upholstery, bedding, decor, stays within one tonal family, but with subtle variations. Matte, gloss, wool, silk, ceramic, velvet, they all play together to create depth and dimension within a single hue. If you've ever craved simplicity without sterility, elegance without excess, this is your dream bedroom. Monochrome Luxe whispers sophistication in every corner. It doesn't demand your attention, it earns it through quiet, cohesive beauty. At its core, Monochrome Luxe is about restraint and mastery. This 2025 trend begins with a single base hue. Maybe it's slate gray, desert beige, or even oxblood. From there, the room unfolds in delicate tonal shifts and layered materials. A matte painted wall might sit behind a high-gloss lacquered wardrobe. A velvet headboard is paired with soft wool bedding and sheer linen curtains, all in slightly different shades of the same color. Texture is everything. It's what keeps the room from falling flat. A suede bench, a polished stone nightstand, hand-thrown ceramic decor, these details catch and reflect light in subtle ways, creating movement without noise. Lighting enhances this dimensionality. Think hidden LEDs, recessed sconces, or floating bedside pendants casting a gentle gradient across tone-on-tone walls. Mirrors or metallic trims are used sparingly, often with brushed finishes that harmonize rather than contrast. Monochrome Luxe creates a seamless, immersive visual experience. Nothing feels jarring. Everything belongs. And in the absence of visual chaos, your mind can finally exhale. This style is for the design-forward homeowner who values refinement, quiet beauty, and the confidence to do more with less. Monochrome Luxe offers more than just a striking aesthetic, it delivers a complete sensory experience designed to ground and soothe. The first key benefit is mental clarity. With fewer visual distractions, your brain can rest. It's like visual meditation, where the harmony of tones brings peace and presence into your daily routine. Second, this design approach is incredibly refined. It communicates maturity, intention, and artistic control. There's a quiet power in being able to use just one hue to tell a compelling design story. That's true luxury, having the discipline to curate without clutter. Third, Monochrome Luxe is highly customizable. Whether you gravitate toward warm, cool, light, or dark palettes, the approach adapts. You can create a moody cave in graphite, a serene sanctuary in pearl, or a cozy escape in cocoa. And because it's all within one tone family, it's almost impossible to go wrong. Finally, the style's minimal contrasts make it an ideal backdrop for statement art or treasured personal pieces. In other words, it elevates not only the space, but also the objects and memories you choose to include. This isn't just a style choice, it's a lifestyle of focus, elegance, and intentional calm. It's time to stop seeing your bedroom as just the place where you sleep and start designing it as the place where you restore, reflect, and reconnect. Whether you're drawn to the timeless shimmer of Hollywood Regency, the grounded boldness of soft industrial, the quiet romance of Parisian Deco, the warm serenity of contour living, or the refined stillness of Monochrome Luxe, 2025 is the year to go all in on your personal sanctuary. Each of these styles doesn't just look beautiful, they feel beautiful. They help you wake up with clarity, unwind with ease, and live more intentionally in your everyday moments. No matter your square footage or budget, these trends can be scaled to suit your lifestyle. A curved headboard here, a mirrored sconce, their small changes create big emotional impact. Don't wait for the perfect moment to upgrade your space. Start where you are, lean into the feeling you want to cultivate, and let your master bedroom become the most expressive, grounded, and luxurious room in your home. You deserve a space that rises to meet you, and now you know exactly how to create it.